Thank you guys for joining me in today's video. If you guys are new here, my name is Santos. If you guys are returning subscribers, what's good, fam? Thank you guys for the continued support and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, guys, I brought you guys a beautiful soft pink glam. I mean, not so soft. I was supposed to be a little bit more softer than that, but you guys know me. I do not know how to put the brushes down, but I'm not even gonna hold you. This look is a vibe. I feel so cute, and when I feel cute, you know it's a hit, okay? So I do want to show you guys who inspired this pink moment. Honestly, shout outs to the beautiful women of social media. Last week or the week before, they were literally just throwing out the pink glams, and you guys know I'm always here for a pink glam. It's been a few months. I think it's been like three months since I did my last one, and the last one was, I believe, all matte. I might be wrong. But anyway, it's about time that we brought in the new year with a new pink glam, okay? So this is what I created in today's look. I mean, I am obsessed. I do want to mention the product that is on my lid because I'm not completely sure if they still make that. But I am going to mention it here, so don't be mad at me. But there's a lot of products on the market that you can get to create similar effects. But the product that I did use in today's video is the MAC Loose Pigment in Transparent Pink. So this has a like dual chrome, so it like reflects blue, pink, and purple, and it's just stunning. As you guys can see, the glow that's on my eyelid is just so here for it. So I'm gonna give you guys a close-up look of the look because you guys know it's always about the details, okay? So as you guys can see, fastly approaching the monitor or the camera, excuse me, you guys see the gorgeous glow that I was talking about. I mean, it is just glossy looking, it is starry, it is just, it's sexy. It's a vibe, honestly. If you guys can still get your hands on any of the transparent glitters from MAC, they're amazing. They're like little crushed particles of glass, and when the light hits it the right way, it just creates this glossiness. I mean, it's amazing. I'm so here for it. I wanted to continue to go with the request. You know, I did promise you guys to bring you guys a little bit more soft glam moments this year, because last year I just was focused on my artistry and just leveling up. I still want to deliver achievable looks for you guys. So you guys already know, if you guys are lovers of my content, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the Ignitions family if you guys aren't already. Don't forget to spread the word on your new favorite influencer. And without further ado, guys, enjoy the tutorial. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another tutorial. So here is a close-up look of today's look. Get into that shimmer fire. But you already know, let's get into some prepping. So up first is the lips. I'm going to use my Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. If you know, you know. An amazing lip balm, y'all, and I highly recommend it. Alright guys, so let's jump into eyeshadow primer. So I'm going to be using the PLouse eyeshadow base in Rumor number 2, and I'm just going to lightly apply this all over my lid, and then I'm going to buff that out with the Kabuki style brush. And once we are nice and blended, we're ready for eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2 palette, and I'm going to use the entire row of shadows on my eyes. Alright guys, so jumping into that pinky brown shade, I'm just going to go ahead and apply this all over my crease, making sure that there is no gaps and that the color is solid, okay? That is very important. I'm also going to drag a little bit of this in my bottom lash line. Jumping back into the palette, I'm going to take the second lightest shade, and I'm going to help blend this pinky brown shade. So I'm going to take a denser brush, really just scratching at it, and then I'm taking a fluffy brush to just marinate the colors and really get the desired fade that I want. Now, I always tell you guys, make it your own. If you like that initial blend, just keep the look at that if you guys are recreating this. But you know me, I want my shadows to look exactly like they look in the pan, so I'm going to do a second layer. So I'm gonna lay the same exact shadows, same exact placement, just building up the pigment, and of course we're just blending until we get our desired fade. I like everything to look like a cloud. You do you, okay boo? And then I'm going to jump into the darkest shade in that row and just add all of the smokiness and shape and dimension to this look. And of course I'm still taking the other two shades that I used prior to just finish the blend, and here is that effortless blend. Okay, so now we're gonna go and do a little bit of cleanup. So I'm gonna take my Garnier Fructis Micellar cleansing water. I'm just gonna clean up my lid and softly cut my crease, and then I'm just gonna clean up the edges of the eyeshadow so that way everything looks nice and cohesive. So once we are nice and cleaned up, this is where we should be, nice and blended and cut to the gods. Okay, clean AF. All right, guys, so now let's jump into actually cutting our crease. So I'm going to take the PLouse base in Rumor number 2, as well as the PLouse paint in blank canvas, and I'm just going to mix them together to create this beautiful clean cut crease. Okay, do take your time with this. I do take about 20 to 30 minutes to cut my eye. It really just depends on, you know, my day and how steady my hand is that day, you know, because everybody's makeup days look different. So once I have my desired cut crease, I'm going to blend everything with the kabuki brush, and here is where we should be at. Just gorgeous. So now I'm going to go ahead and connect the new eyelid to the crease. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay down that brown, you know, redefine, you know, with your eyelid or your crease, and just putting the intensity where you need to. And then I'm just going to go ahead into that rosy pink shade, and I'm just going to lay that down into my crease, almost to the inner part of my eye. I'm going to show you guys exactly where to stop, but I'm doing that intentionally because I am going to lay a actual glitter on top, so I want a base underneath it. So once everything is nice and blended, here is where we should be at. So now I'm going back into the palette and using both that lighter pink shade and the darker pink shade, and I'm blending them together, and here is where we should be at. Stunning, stunning. Okay, and then just to mattify the inner corner, I'm just going to take that peachy shade and just put that on the inner corner, and then I use it almost as a highlight, a matte highlight. And then once that's laid down, I'm just going to take a little bit of lash glue and my MAC Reflex Glitter in Transparent Pink. I'm not sure if they still sell this, but this is an amazing pigment, and this is what gives that glow to the eye. As you guys can see, it was beautiful. I'm gonna give you a low lighting moment, and when I talk about low light, look at that shimmer, y'all. Get into it, okay? I miss my MAC collection. I miss MAC. I miss the old MAC days. But anyways, all right, going into the darkest brown in the palette, I'm just gonna line my eyelids, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take this CrispsFinish, I think extra spicy paint, and I'm just gonna put this all over my waterline. This is just a tip. I would have took any pencil. I just wanted to dip it into the paint and just put it on. This is the easiest way I thought about in the moment. Jumping into mascara, we are going to jump into my favorite, the One Size Fantasize mascara. I'm not gonna ramble on about this product. If you guys are new here, this is my favorite mascara. I totally love it. I highly recommend it. It's bomb AF. All right, guys, so jumping into Complexion, 2 of my favorite products of 2022. Jumping into the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. I'm just gonna lay this down first. This is a hydrating primer. This leaves my skin silky feeling, very conditioned. It doesn't allow whatever I put on top to dry out my skin, and I'm so here for that. Jumping into my illuminator, I am using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, and I did draw shapes of hearts on my face to remind me to thank you guys that take the time to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It helps the channel so much, so thank you guys for your time. I definitely see you, and I'm very grateful. Alright, guys, so once we are blended, here is where we should be at, nice and Tin Man-ish. Okay, so jumping into our corrector, I am using a concealer. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I've been seeing the beautiful and talented Tatanisha use this, and it truly inspired me to go pull this out of my collection, and I haven't used this in about 2 years, so I was like, you know what, she's raving about it, so let me try it. And you guys, you know, our girl never disappoints, so I am very much back on this trend. Okay, so I did use the color Biscuit. This is a very salmony color. This is going to color correct any darkness that I have on my skin tone color. Alright, guys, so now I'm cocktailing in today's video. I am using 2 NARS foundations. I'm using the Soft Matte Foundation as well as the Luminous Skincare Foundation. I'll have the right names in the description bar down below. But y'all, I haven't been having really beautiful like makeup skin days, and this foundation just really made my skin look beautiful this day. I didn't really need a filter on anything. I loved how my skin looks, so I'm totally here for it. And then of course, to add brightness, I used another Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Custard, and y'all, When I tell you I gagged, I was so here for this concealer. So shout outs to Tatanisha. Oh my god, thank you so much for re-inspiring me to use this concealer. It is bomb AF, okay? So yes, get into it. It did not enhance any kind of dryness in the skin, and it didn't dry out my skin, which is what I was here for. So moving on to adding some warmth to the skin, I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream bronzer in caramel, and it is very warm, guys, very warm. But don't worry, I am using this as a layering piece because I really wanted my bronzer to look very diffused. So it is okay that the warmth, that it looks very orange, okay? Don't worry, it's going to work out. So jumping into my setting powder for under my eyes, I'm using the Collab Set the Stage loose powder, and I'm just going to go ahead and take my powder puff and really just press this onto my skin. And when I tell you buttery AF, look at that, I'm so here for it. And to set the remaining part of our face, I am taking the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush powder, and I'm taking this in number 2, and I'm just pressing this all over my face, and you guys will see that it really calmed down that bronzer a lot. So there you go, trust in the process. All right guys, now to put warmth back into our skin, I am taking the Essence bronzing palette. I'm taking the 2nd and 3rd shade, and I'm just going ahead and diffusing this color. I mean, when I talk about diffuse, this is what I mean. Everything looks nice and blended, and there's no harsh lines, okay? So jumping into blush, I'm taking the Patrick Ta She's a Doll blush, and I'm using the actual powder in it, and y'all, I am applying the bad boy, okay? I'm keeping the skin pretty matte today because I was loving how smooth my skin was looking. I was like, I'm here for, look at how, get really close, guys. This is 4K. Like, you see how nice and velvety my skin looks? I was so here for it. Anyway, going back to the eyes, I did go into the darkest shade, and of course, I'm diffusing that with that rosy toned eyeshadow shade, which completed the blend for me. And then to brighten up our inner tear duct, I'm taking this peach shade, and y'all, I never like really tried this, and y'all, I was here for it. It was definitely a vibe. This matte white highlight, it definitely completed the look for me. It was definitely a lot softer than a shimmer. I was like, okay, feeling it. And you guys already know I'm going to use my favorite lashes. This is the Popsy lashes in the style Boss. If you know, you know. This pair of lashes just literally makes any eyeshadow look stand out. It's just so fire. Shout outs to Popsy Lash. Alright guys, moving on to lips, I am going to go ahead and use my Natasha Denona lip pencil in the color Naya. I'm just going to go ahead and overdraw slightly. You guys know how I do. And then I'm going to take my favorite, the Artist Couture lipsticks in Modern Nude and Highly Favored. You guys already know. So I'm going to start off with the Modern Nude. I'm just going to go ahead and like pretty much just blank out my lip. And then I'm just going to go ahead and just put a little bit of that Highly Favored right on top. I definitely wanted it more pinky, and this just allowed the pigment to really just go on. And here's where we should be at. Jumping into setting spray to lock everything in, we're going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I'm just going to go ahead and douse my skin in this, and then I'm just going to take my little fan and just go ahead and dry off my skin. And now to complete the look, we can't forget about gloss. So I decided last minute to go ahead and put some gloss on, so I did pull out my Buxom lip gloss in White Russian to finish today's look off. I do hope you guys liked today's video. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. If you guys aren't already following me on IG, definitely go give your favorite homeboy a follow. We have an amazing community over there, and I do keep you posted 2 to 3 times a week. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later, guys.